Hey guys, and welcome to the next installment of the Hail Ya Marys Kick-Ass Suck-Ass. We're going into week 8. We review who we think you should definitely consider playing and who you might want to consider sitting.
First up is my boy Joique. He had a great game last week, and I think he's going to continue to momentum into this week. They're up against the Atlanta Falcons, who have a horrible run D. Reggie Bush is practicing again, and even though in a limited capacity, so he will cut into Joique's playing time. However, I think there's more than enough to go around, and we'll get plenty of fantasy points considering that Detroit has a lack of offensive weapons that can catch right now.
Excellent. My first kick-ass is going to be Jamaal Charles of the Kansas City Chiefs. He had 95 rushing yards in the last game and a touchdown. He actually set the franchise record for rushing, which is really awesome. If you had Niles Davis, you might not see much playing time for him because right now, especially up against the Rams defense, they're going to be playing Jamaal pretty hard. So if you have Charles, definitely play him.
Who else are you hot on this week?
I'm also hot on Aaron Rodgers in more ways than one. He was my quarterback a few seasons ago, and he was very reliable. Always held the door open, always called the next day. He had 255 passing yards in the last game and 3 touchdowns. He was the offensive player of the week last week. And so if you have him, I say go for it. You can't go wrong.
And you know, if Aaron Rodgers is hot, Jordy Nelson is going to be on fire.
Oh, they're magnetic.
Especially considering that they're up against New Orleans, which is a horrible D against wide receivers. I think they're averaging 6 points more. They're allowing 6 points more for the position, according to ESPN standard scoring. So feel free starting Jordy Nelson. I think this is the week he's going to take over Antonio Brown. Sorry.
Ugh, fighting words. Either way, we're feeling the Packers this week. So going into suck-ass, sorry guys, but my first suck-ass is going to be Brian Hoyer of the Cleveland Browns. Just because they're playing the Oakland Raiders coming up, and there has been some talk with the head coach that they might want to try out Johnny Football, get some Menzel in there. So, you know, when you're playing a team that is completely defeated the whole season, it's kind of an opportune time to try out some other players. So, if you have Hoyer and you have another quarterback, you might want to consider playing the other quarterback.
My suck-ass for this week is Steven Jackson. It sounds like I just really hate the Atlanta Falcons. I really liked Hard Knocks this season, so I was really rooting for them. Their backfield is just too crowded. They have four running backs, and Devontae Freeman and Antone Smith, they're just doing really well, so let's just put it this way. Last week, Steven Jackson led the backfield, and he had 8 carries. But he only scored 22. He only got 22 yards on that. So I don't know if you can trust any of these guys consistently. I've always said that I think Antone Smith has the most talent out of the bunch, but I don't know if you should start them right away.
My next suck-ass is going to be Reggie Wayne. He has an elbow injury. They're not really sure if he's going to play or not. They have a lot of backup. They have T.Y. Hilton. They have Hakeem Nicks. They have Dante McCreef, the rookie. So if you have him, I think it's going to be a game-time injury call, so not really sure about that one.
So check out the blog, check out the Twitter, write to us what you think about our thoughts, and we'll see you next week.